Guys, how's it going? I hope everybody's doing well. These are the new stocks that I did research on this week and I'm buying today. I want to show you guys. I always share my buys on Twitter and on YouTube as well. I actually give free trade alerts, so you can check out my Twitter. It's in the description below. And I basically share my day trades on Twitter. I tweet what I buy and what I sell, and the same thing with swing trades. So these are the new stocks that I researched and I'm buying right now. And I want to tell you guys, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is just stocks that I'm buying right now and why I am buying them. So without any further ado, let's get into it. So the first one is CERS. This one is a great one. As we can tell, as we can see, it's like a billion market cap. And what I like about this company is that right now the highest point of this year was $7.94. And basically that means that once it passes that point, it has the ability to break it all the way to the $10. So as it's trading right now at the $7 levels, it can give you a 30% or even double profits. So that's why I'm adding it to my swing trade list. And another very important reason is that it is on a strong buy by analysts. Now, what does strong buy by analysts means? Well, basically, if you go into screeners, you can you have an option of a strong buy stocks. Basically, like stock analysts, they have a list of stocks that are considered strong buy. That basically they have something coming up. Either it's like a good product, good earnings, some insider information, and or if they see like a lot of insider buys or institutional buys. So basically a lot of these stocks that are in that category, a lot of them will end up being daily runners, like 40% gainers, 60%, 100% or more. So that's why I always follow those lists and add companies that seem the most legit out of those lists into my portfolio. Now, the coolest thing, the best thing about it is like I'm trying to look for stocks that psychologically are easy to find and considered a strong buy, because that means that not only me, a lot of other people will be interested in it. And there's a lot of other investors that don't really do a lot of DD, like don't do a lot of due diligence. They will just pour thousands of dollars into stocks that they have no idea about just because they heard about them somewhere. So that's why it just makes the game easier, and that's why I'm buying strong buy stocks, because psychologically they have better potential to give you high returns and end up as daily runners. And CRS is a great one of them. Another one that I really like is INMD. Now this one, it has a huge range, as we can see. Like the lowest point was $13.14. The 52-week high is $58. So that's a huge range. But also imagine like buying it on that dip of $13 and then selling it around those levels of the 50, 58 levels. That's crazy. So ever since then, it dipped back all over to the $40 areas, and I do believe that it has a potential to pass the $60 levels and even reach higher than that. That all with like good news. And we also, like everybody knows that right now we're in the earnings season, so there's a huge potential. Market cap 1.4 billion, average volume close to the million, 7.13. Now it means a lot for a stock that's not a penny stock. So you can tell that like the stock has like a lot of potential, and it could even double just because the market cap is so big, and the company itself is like a strong buy, good products. I did the research on them. You can find a lot of information on their LinkedIn. So, and the cool thing about it is insider owned 43%. So again, guys, going back to like people that haven't like listened to me and watched my videos, insider owned, you giant, like the bigger the insider owned, the more it means that there's going to be sharp moves. Most of the time it could be big moves upwards, like the stock would break out a lot. But at the same time, the stock can also dump once the insiders sell their position. So you always have to follow up with those trades and make sure that like the higher the insider own, at the same time you catch it at the right time. So for me, it looks like the insiders are seeing this point as a dip point, and it totally has a potential to double. And at the same time, it also has a short float that's close to the 10%, which helps us with a lot of those shorts that are going to be closed once the stock will rise in price. So next one, TRIL. And this one, I mean, again, guys, a lot of the stocks that I work with are stocks that you will see as the daily gainers, but at the same time, they're stocks that could be daily gainers again. So if you guys are active traders, you've probably seen TRIL before, and I've probably talked about it before. And I mean, obviously, this is a stock that's been up this year 5,000%. That's a huge, huge gain and a huge change. And it actually hit the low of 0.24. Now, check this out, guys. I talk a lot about how I don't like stocks that has been under a dollar, because like the closer, like the lower that it gets under a dollar, the more chance that the stock will get out of the stock market. If anybody remembers TRNX, that was the stock. They went from the stock market to blue shades, and it was like in the thousands, and it went all the way down to like 0.05%. So you always have to be aware with these stocks. But the cool thing about TRIL is that this stock is it's basically like a COVID-19 rebirth stock, and that basically means there's a lot of like therapeutical companies and biotech companies that like were doing bad before the pandemic, and right when the pandemic started, they started to break out. So 5,000% this year, that's a lot. It went all the way from the lowest point of like 24 cents to almost $17. So right now it's trading on the $16, $15 levels. I really see a potential of it to hit the 20 and 30. But again, it all depends on the news, and all depends on how the investors are going to react with the news, because obviously news can come out with a stock and then there's going to be a lot of investors that are going to buy it, but will it continue breaking out or will it dump after that? That's hard to tell. Nobody really knows, but it does have the potential to really double or triple overnight. But at the same time, it also has the potential to low overnight. But right now, it is a strong buy by analysts, not me. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but if you go to strong buy lists, you will see TRIL. If you follow analysts. Now, the insider own is pretty small on this one, but the institutional own is bigger. So insider institutional are very important. Just like I said, like the highest points, like the highest percentages of institutional owns and insider owns will determine how like they'll determine the moves of the stock itself. So you will see like huge moves the more insider and institutional owned stocks. Short float over the 5%, sitting at 6.56, which is, I mean, it's always great, always helps to, break out the price. But at the same time, the better, more insider owned, more short float, more chances of it to go up in price more than 100 or 200%. But at the same time, it's a company that's 1.5 billion in their market cap. So it's a big company. It's not a micro cap. It's more like a small cap company under 2 billion. And average volume 2.15 million, which is also big, means a lot, but it mostly has to do with this particular year, because this year has been up 5,000%. That's insane. It's a huge growth. So yeah, guys, these are the stocks. I hope you guys really like this video and these stocks. I see a lot of potential in them, so that's why I'm buying them right now, and that's why I'm sharing them. You guys can all check them out, do your own research, and if they follow your criteria, you can definitely invest long term in them, swing trade them, day trade them, short them, whatever you feel like it. But these are the stocks that I am buying right now, and I like to share my buys. I like to share my day trades. So just like I said, I do share my day trades on my Twitter account, so you can always follow me on Twitter, subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys for watching the video. Till the next one, peace.